I've heard 2 of these phrases be used out of Doom context. Let's go hurt me plenty. That seems like an appropriate diff. Oh yeah, baby, we're on a grid. This is the classics. This is the fucking classics right here. Look at this shit. Look at this. He's got a dick gun. I actually I wish I looked like one of those guys. Like, that would be... It's a dream.
I can't believe you just killed the thing.
It's peak physical performance. You may not like it.
I do not. It's the fucking... they make video games a lot easier now. Done
Where's
already.
the Fantastic Four? I don't get this. You're playing Doomed? You're playing Doctor
No,
Doom?
as Doctor Doom. This is the origin story of Doctor Doom.
He's on Mars.
Why have they got part-time, like a game of golf? You killed everything. I wish they had part-times for everything. You got out of bed on par today. Only took you 15 minutes. Well done. I'd like to leave, please. Nah. I do like him down below just staring about. Like, what's he eyeing up? What's he seeing?
Maybe he knows things.
What do you think he knows?
I think he knows. What we don't have to. He remembers it so that we don't.
Are you implying that this might be the nostalgia critic?
No, I actually think he's the nostalgia critic's far descendant. Because this is in the future, right?
I don't remember if it's in the future or not, in all honesty.
It's Linkara!
He pulled a big smile.
It's Linkara!
He pulled the biggest joy smile upon picking up a shotgun. So far on the Nauts channel, we've managed to avoid excessively talking about the nostalgia critic and Linkara.
Oh, it's okay, I'll fix that.
That will change extremely.
Yeah, that immediately.
That will change extremely quickly now that Brandon's here, because if there's a man who remembers the nostalgia critic, it would be Brandon. That's the thing. Nostalgia critic remembers all.
Remembers it, so we don't have to.
But Brandon remembers the nostalgia critic.
I'm like the what is it? The silence from Doctor Who. Imagine if there was like it was like, yeah, every time you look away from the silence, you forget except me.
Only you can remember nostalgia critic, but only if you look. To be fair though, I don't think about nostalgia critic unless I'm actually watching a video of him. There's very rare occasions I remember the nostalgia critic exists. Unless I directly need to in that moment, like he's there.
The only time I remember that the nostalgia character exists is when Brandon is here. That is it.
I bring him up a lot as well, but that is mostly because of Brandon. Brandon's got a brand, and we respect that. It is movie review. It is reviewers on the internet, but it's a brand. Goddammit! Like, don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise.
I should just start reviewing reviewers.
You review specific episodes as well. I feel that would start getting really personal though, when you just start really ripping into people. Going, this video, one of their worst, honestly.
Lindsay Ellis, you stupid bitch!
This was your worst video yet. Honestly, I would unsubscribe if it wasn't part of my job.
This video, honestly, actually, the edits gave me a migraine, so of course I had to review it.
So you review
no, and then you know how they do like the bad guys that come out of the fucking movie or screen or whatever. Sometimes it will always just be Doug Walker.
You just want to do that. Me and Brandon speak about this a lot. The constant, because Jesse, I don't know how much you know about reviewers on the internet, but like there's a weird thing of basically them writing their own stories. That's pretty much all it is. We sat down, me and Brandon, once and watched a Linkara lore video, which was like the story stuff that happens in between the reviews, and
it's from a specific year too. Like it's the lore dump of 2016 or something.
It was like 3 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
In like,
you know, if you want to know what they're getting up to.
Well, no, those aren't what they're getting up to in terms of the lore videos. No, they're not like what they're like, you know, characters visiting from another dimension, an evil bad character, you know.
I do have to give Linkara credit, the Missing Noah arc is literally my favorite arc.
I don't
It's so
remember
it's just
any.
actually good. It's cool.
I watched that fucking video and I've watched like a lot of it, but like I don't remember fucking anything.
Dude, that was like my middle school like favorite thing was the video of him like doing that circle, because that was like when I was just getting into like film and shit like that. So I see him like circling himself. I'm like, how the fuck did he do that? But he's also going on like this giant like long-winded speech about like, well, what happens when an outer god dies? And I'm like, oh my god, that's cool as shit.
Yeah,
I've never grown out of that. I just think that's cool.
I mean, to be fair, we did watch the films. We want to do an actual like series where we look at movies on the channel to review them, because we watched all of Kick-Ass-Ia, and it's a hard watch. Like,
We watched all of
it's
Kick-Ass-Ia
the
and half
easiest.
of
It's the
Suburban
easiest.
Nights.
We got through half of Suburban Nights, which is like double the length of Kick-Ass-Ia, and somehow like half is like good, so it's real painful to watch. And then To Boldly Flee is like 4 hours long. Like, I have big respect for anyone who like fucking could sit there and watch them now. Like, probably not as much if you watched them back when they actually came out, because you know that's the whole point of the videos.
It's fresh.
Yeah, like, there are reviews from people on the internet, like, talking like, this is, like, Nostalgia Critic's best work, you know, that he does amazing in this, and it's like, you watch it now, and you're like, we laughed a few times.
It's 6 out of 10 for a...
I think, because I remember I was, like, a big fan of the website when those movies were coming out. And I remember, like, each one of those movies came out, like, apart a week. So it was basically like a series.
Oh yeah, like because we were watching.
We just watched it. Like,
we watched it most.
continuously.
We noticed it most in Suburban Nights, where it was like, this is where the part ends. Like, you can just feel the pause in the the video. It's like 20 minutes long, and it's like. But it's really.
Well, no, because they would literally just be like part 2. It was literally like.
Oh wait, did
Justice
they
League.
actually have that? They had it on screen. Didn't
Yeah, they had that.
They had it on screen
They
for
did.
Suburban Nights. They didn't for Kick-Ass-Ia. Kick-Ass-Ia was a solid.
No, Kick-Ass-Ia, but Kick-Ass-Ia was also like much shorter.
Yeah, it wasn't fucking genuinely like. It was difficult. Like,
I missed that one, but I think the year I got into them was the year that Suburbia was going on.
So I've gone into them a lot later on in life, which is one of my biggest disappointments, is that I missed out on the great, you know, the start of it all.
You missed out on the Blockbuster Buster.
It is an iconic piece of YouTube history. That's the main thing.
Remember?
You
Remember what was it? It was Didn't Doug try to do something called like change the channel or something like that because YouTube was being like,
Oh, God, no.
YouTube was like fucking them in the ass with like advertisements or something. I don't know.
YouTube had that period for everyone. That was the thing.
Yeah, but I remember he managed to get I Hate Everything and I think Ralph the Movie Maker in for a video, and those two guys hate him.
So you brought together for hatred of the platform everyone makes their videos on. We definitely don't hate YouTube though. We'd love YouTube. Go.
Look, YouTube is great.
Are we live?
No, we're not. What do you mean we love?
Are we recording?
We're recording. We're wired. Brendan.
We're doing it live. There's no.
I never heard the intro. I just thought you were messing with it to make sure it
What
worked.
do you mean? No, Brendan, we don't do intros.
Oh, okay.
No intro, no outro.
I don't know.
Hang on, Brendan. Have you not been watching our videos as they've been
I've
coming
had a
out?
lot. I've had to work a lot,
we
man.
just feel it off the vibes, you know. If it gives off the vibe at the start, then we.
Oh, it's
that's where we
that's
put it.
that's the part. You know, we just jump in. We still talk about nostalgia, Craig. It's just an average day for us.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
Oh, I'm glad I didn't say anything stupid.
I'll just edit it. Brandon, there's the miraculous tool known as
Yeah,
editing.
I know there is.
I have to put a fancy graphic
Premiere,
on the
it's
screen
gonna,
now.
you know.
Thanks, Brandon, for a great joke.
Around where I live, we used to have we've got this like farm place, and it would like have like you can do what is it? It's you can go pumpkin picking, the hayfields, the tractor ride, whatever the bullshit it was, and then there was like a hedge maze. There was like a corn maze, and my friend is like super. He's like a Super Nintendo guy. He's like, this is relevant. This is relevant.
That's the name of like a fucking reviewer on YouTube. And I hate it.
Yeah, my friend was middle school nostalgia critic, and but he refused to like play Minecraft at all, and I was like, no, dude, listen, okay, I hear from these guys, you gotta always go left, and he's like, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna Super Mario stomp a turtle my way out of here. I'm like, okay, man.
Brandon, this is this is the exact kind of fucking like jokes I expect from like a YouTube reviewer called like Super Nintendo Guy, which is like a shitty version of it's like a shitty version of the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's just the fucking Super Nintendo guy. I'm the Super Nintendo guy. Welcome to Mario's so cool. Actually, he doesn't feel like he'd be the main character. He feels like a side character in your review series.
he is a side character. We haven't had a real conversation in like years.
No, it's mostly have you seen what Chris Chan's done? Have you seen the new Linkara video? Here's a funny image of Nostalgia Craig. Those are all like that's it. That's all we ever talk about.
Oh, okay. Here's a funny with this friend of mine. He was on DeviantArt.
Good start.
Like religiously.
Good start.
Well, DeviantArt was his social media.
The phrase
he didn't use
was
Twitter.
On there religiously. Like he was sitting there. He was praying He was praying to his Sonic OC that he found that day.
It'd be a Mario OC. Yeah. He didn't like Sonic.
How can you be on DeviantArt and not like Sonic? That's
dude, he spent his life savings on Amiibo. Like,
okay, then that makes a bit more sense. Yeah, Sonic never had an Amiibo, which
Sonic has an Amiibo for Smash.
Well, yeah, he probably has an Amiibo. I mean, like he didn't himself though have their own form of Amiibo collection. That would have made them millions.
No, but yeah. So he's on DeviantArt, and he would do all these posts and stuff like that. And I remember finding this post, and he deleted it, and I don't have the screenshot anymore, and it upsets me to this day. But he literally posted, I believe he was in high school, like a few years away from graduating, and he's just like, I can't wait until I graduate from high school, because then I will go to college, gain the necessary information and intellect that I need, so that I can go and develop a way to take the DNA of Pokemon out of the fucking DS games and bring them into reality. And I'm just like, what? How could you just say that?
There's a few inconsistencies.
Go into the deep math of Pokemon, find the genetic code, and bring it out
that's
into
the
reality.
that's the thing that no one ever talks about.
What are you saying? Like the games had the genetic code. I'm like, no, it's just code.
No one
It's
talks
computer code. It's not
thing is-
genetic.
Things about it, no one ever
Translated
talks
into
about
biology.
that how Nintendo revolutionized like Pokemon, and their first step was to actually put the Pokemon's DNA in the game.
You're right. What was his?
That's
What
why
was
it's
his
so
name?
like system intensive. They need to get like 800 fucking Pokemon's genetic data onto one little fucking Switch cartridge.
It was because of Iwata that they were able to put in all of the animal DNA in a Game Boy game, so that they could like mesh it together.
When you ask him, he just puts his like a finger up to his lips and just goes shh. He would never tell his secrets. He would never tell them.
He slaps a little Nintendo button on you, and he's just like, "You keep that for your troubles."
He
Don't spend it all
doesn't say
in
it.
one
He just
place."
winks, and he at this point you realize that you're stumbling onto something you're not meant to know. And what I just wants what's best for you. Play some just go play Pokemon.
Just shush.
Just patch you.
Oh
on
wait, would that mean that deep inside of the Nintendo
It's
headquarters,
the
there are
power
real
that's
Pokemon?
inside, Brandon, was a
No.
clue that you weren't paying attention to. It's been there all along.
So there are real Pokemon in the Nintendo headquarters
Yeah, and you're
that are
There's one-
chained up. They're chained up
Yeah, like
And then whenever they need to make a new game, they go take a syringe to the animal and drop the blood inside of the game. I see how it is.
yeah,
There's
that
one
part.
copy of every Pokemon.
And
when they
the
die, they
reason
clone
why
them.
not all the Pokemon were in the last game is because some of them escaped.
That's how they made the movie. If they just like everyone thinks about was it CGI? No, it was real. They just
No.
It was real. Nintendo let them borrow some Pokemon.
yeah, that's why they can only have so many. It was because it was like, well, we don't want you to have all of our Pokemon. You know, we've still got to keep a few. We've got a game idea we're working on. You know, come on.
Ryan Reynolds just actually became a Pikachu. Because
No.
Ryan Reynolds is actually a Pikachu.
No, he voiced it, but you know they still had to have an actual. You know,
I'm liking this theory that Ryan Reynolds was actually just always a Pikachu.
maybe it's a.
He's a Pikachu in a man suit, like Krang from Ninja Turtles.
I've been fucking. Oh, I've been thinking about the Ninja Turtles recently. You know, as you do.
Well, not as I do.
Oh, you told me about this. Would you like to share to Jesse and for the video?
Okay, Jesse, are you ready for this?
Yeah, okay, let's hear it. Come on. I'm rubbing my hands together in anticipation.
I had a dream the other night that I don't know if I don't know. Whenever I have dreams about specific things, it's less of like, oh, I'm watching an episode, more of just these things are happening and I'm witnessing them, but I'm not there.
Okay. It's like watching
so-
a movie.
It's like my own little movie, I guess. And I had this dream. It was like, oh, the battle toads are like battle toading it up. They're like, yeah, zits and pimples and stuff like that. Yeah, warts. They're just like
Just saying their
gallivanting
names,
throughout a
their
sea.
names repeatedly, like
Wait, oh yeah, they are.
that's
they
just
are
their
named after-
names. You just
just
make,
their names.
Yeah, they're just running around. They're saying their names. They're having a good time though, so we can't
Yeah,
follow them.
yeah, zits and pimples and crabs.
Crabs, I don't think was one, but you know.
He was that was Battletoadette. No, but yeah, they're just chilling, and then all of a sudden the Ninja Turtles come out of the sewer, and they start fighting the Battletoads, and it's like, oh, okay, this is like a fun little like battle, right? And then I get
Yeah.
put into the perspective of the one with the shades, who ironically enough is my favorite one. Yay. And he's like running to grab something to like give him aid in the battle, when all of a sudden fucking Leonardo's sword is just shot through his chest. And then from there on out, the Ninja Turtles just kill the Battletoads.
It's just a brutal murder dream. They're just fucking.
It was awful. Like I think it ends with like Leonardo like holding like one of their heads on his sword, just like. What? It was awesome.
You just see
I loved it.
graphic Battletoad corpses on the floor, their blood's still spilling out.
That's a top tier dream. I'm glad I remember.
That is a really good. I can imagine you sitting there just like as like a bystander to this whole thing, just like you just walk over to one of the Battletoads, and it just reaches like a bloody hand up and just puts it on your face, and it's like you just sit there like, what the fuck?
Go on, little dude. As the light fades from his
rock
eyes.
on, little dude. It's like
Rock on, little dude.